Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm pretty excited. We're working on the Jaguar once again. As in the last time, we took it all apart. We got the used quarter panel on it technically. And today, the used door came in. So pretty much today, we're hopefully gonna get this thing panel bonded, riveted, whatever needs to be done onto the car and get the door gaps all looking good and hopefully start getting ready for some body filler. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's go ahead and check out the progress we did. And look at this. I mean, it's looking so good. It's almost lining up perfectly. We still got to figure out the rivets. We're going to probably put some Ford rivets in this thing because I think Jaguar was owned by Ford one day. Anyway, so it'll be pretty easy. We'll get some panel bond, glue that in here, be good to go. Well, let's check out the door. So here's the door. We got a white one. And these things are expensive. So we got the door hinge already off. Pretty much we're getting it ready for painting it, trimming it. We don't need none of that because to line up the gaps, all we need is the hinges. So it's pretty exciting. Let's go ahead and get this door installed, check out our gaps, and go from there. All right, so there we have it. We got the door. It's hung on there on the original hinges. So it looks like the gap on here is not that good, but the quarter panel still can be adjustable, so we're not really worried about that gap. But then when we come over here, because we know the hood wasn't damaged, this fender piece was not damaged, and you can see that it's not lining up. It needs to go down an eighth, and up here, it's still, the door's a little high. So what I want to do is probably lower the hinges a little bit, adjust them a little by little, lower this door down, and then hopefully this gap will get better. Looks like it wants to. So let's adjust the hinges and see how that turns out. All right, so there we have it. I lowered the door. This gap is looking really good all the way down. Just had to adjust the hinges, not a big deal. And look at this gap now. That's almost perfect. So not too bad. I think the gaps are turning out really nice. But I was thinking, you know, if we do panel bond this thing right now and rivet it in, it'll be, you know, we have to jam it out and then we have to jam this by itself. I was thinking maybe let's paint all of this off the car. It'd be really easy to just scuff this down really quick, scuff this door down, and then glue it in. If it matches really nice, we'll leave it alone. If it doesn't, then we're gonna have to do a blend, but then that's not a big deal. So I think that'd be the smarter thing to do. And then we just, you know, rivet it on. It's not like we have to weld or anything or repaint or anything like that. So let's go ahead and take off this quarter panel. All right, and just like that, we got it completely sanded down. So I blocked it. So, because we're gonna put pretty much, what, 2 to 3 coats of base on it, 2 coats of clear, but we're gonna jam it inside and out. I still gotta tape it up a little bit more. And here's the quarter panel. So, quarter panel, I think it might be easier to do it this way because then we'll jam it out. We'll make sure we get paint everywhere, and then we'll put it on. And if it doesn't match, we'll do a blend. If it does, we just save some time. So let's go ahead and tape up the rest of this door, wax and grease it, and start putting the base down. All right, so just like that, we got it all tack cloth wiped down, and we got our paint. So we got some Diamond paint, British Racing Green. So Jag, we got pretty much a whole quart of this green. Man, it won't focus at all, but man, I'm excited. So this is gonna be at least 2 to 3 coats of the base onto the parts, and then we'll see how that turns out. So let's get straight to it. All right, so there we have it. We got about, pretty much used up all the paint, and this piece, since it was a darker base, seemed like it covered really good, but Diamond paint usually covers really nice. So I'm surprised that we had to use up all this paint. But this door with the white, unless it's green being super translucent, so I put all the paint that we had. Hopefully it's gonna be enough. Worst case scenario, we'll just blend it onto the other parts. But the inside's all jammed out, it's looking really good. Pretty much this has flashed for about 15 minutes. We mixed up the clear already. Let's go ahead and wipe it down one more time and shoot the clear. All right, and just like that, we got 2 coats of clear on it. Turned out really good. So we're gonna find out tomorrow how it's gonna look, how it's gonna match. But we're gonna let it sit, let it dry overnight, and then we'll probably get something else to do tomorrow. So we'll catch you guys in the morning. All right guys, it's the next day and we got straight to it. We got the parts out of the paint booth right by the car. And I think it matches pretty close. It's like, you know, green and green. So it looks a little bit darker, but we're not gonna know until we actually put it on next to the panels. But we do have a piece we can kind of look. So this is the old inner structure. You know, let's see. I don't know. It looks a little greener or darker, but worst case scenario, we'll just do a blend on it, not a big deal. But hopefully it's gonna dry. We don't want to, because we have to like really handle it and put it on. Well, unfortunately, that's gonna be next time. So leave us a comment down below what you guys think of the progress so far, because I'm loving it. Pretty much soon we're gonna be driving this thing, ripping it down the streets, and then maybe keeping it. Well, we'll see. But we'll catch you guys next time.